everyone. How's everyone doing today? Today I'm doing a Mask Monday, and while this does its thing, I'm going to look for a Disney quiz.
At the rules on your screen, if this is your first time playing, welcome in. If not, you know what I'm going to say. If you want to cheat, go right ahead. Take a look at the categories in this episode 19. There she is, 5 clues about 101 Dalmatians, legendary baddie. Second category in honor of Father's Day is Disney Dads. I'll give you the name of a Disney character. You'll have to tell me who their dad is. On to the third category. Where do you work again? This category came straight from the comment section. Shout out Catherine D, who came up with this idea. Basically how it's going to work is I will show you a cast member's outfit within a Disney park, and you'll have to tell me, you guessed it, where they work. Love that. Fourth category, also a suggestion from the comments from Hans B. MD20, celebrity casts. I'll give you 3 different actors. You'll have to name the film they worked on together. And the fifth and final category, my favorite superhero, Spider-Man. But you'll notice it said Spider-Man. Now that is because it's all about the 3 different live-action franchises. So it's not just one Spider-Man, but the Spider-Men. 3 different Spider-Men dating back to 2002. So with that, it is time for the cupcake round, the easiest round of the game. Each of these clues are worth 200 points. Let's go across the board and kick things off with Miss Cruella de Vil. Starring as the iconic character, these 2 women played the villain in 1996's 101 Dalmatians and 2021's Cruella.
Was it Glenn Close?
Glenn Close was the earlier one, and I can't remember who did the Cruella.
Who are Glenn Close and Emma Stone.
Emma Stone.
Anita, darling. Who are you? You look vaguely familiar. I look stunning. I don't know about familiar.
On to the category for Father's Day. It's Disney Dads for 200. Simba.
Mufasa.
The answer there is perhaps the most famous Disney dad of all, who is Mufasa.
Mufasa. Do it again. Mufasa. Mufasa, Mufasa, Mufasa. Ooh, it tingles me.
I'm surrounded by idiots.
On to where do you work? Does this look
Haunted
familiar?
Mansion?
Whoever's wearing that is welcoming you into Gracie Mansion. The outfit belongs to the attraction, Haunted Mansion. Here's celebrity cast for 200. Mandy Moore, Zachary Levi, Donna Murphy.
I don't understand the question.
What movie did they do together?
What is the most expensive animated film of all time? Tangled.
Trust me. Mama knows.
I remember she did one, I just didn't remember which one.
Listen, if they ever make a live-action Tangled, you don't have to worry about recasting Mother Gothel. Just give it to Donna Murphy. She could do it. That was awesome. On to the final clue of the cupcake round. It comes from Spider-Man. The 3 actors to portray Spider-Man in the 3 live-action franchises dating back to 2002.
Toby Keith, Tobey Maguire, and...
Tobey Maguire,
Who are Tobey Maguire, Andrew Garfield,
Thank you.
and Tom
Toby Keith is
Holland.
a singer. isn't he?
right.
An alien made out of black goo once.
Oh, no way. I found an alien, too. On Earth and in space.
Oh.
Yeah, he was purple. I want to fight an alien.
I'm still like that you fought an alien in space.
I'm lame compared. Like, I fought a Russian guy in a rhinoceros machine.
So before we get to the second round, you know I have to ask you guys the age-old question: who is the best Spider-Man amongst those 3 actors? It's so tough. I could honestly.
The original
go
was
all
Tom
3
Holland,
ways.
wasn't
I
it?
did think
Nope,
Andrew
Tom Holland's a
Garfield
new
was
one.
A little too cool.
Tobey Maguire was
to
the
be
original.
Spider-Man. He's not like nerdy enough, right? Tobey Maguire was probably not cool enough. So that leaves Tom Holland via process of elimination, but I want to say Tobey Maguire, but maybe that's because of
Well,
nostalgia.
because
I wanna say
Toby
Andrew Garfield
actually
because
pulled off the
I don't
geeky
know.
bit
I don't know. Let me know.
really well.
the comics.
Tom Holland did
We'll
good
move on to
too.
the second round now.
But
These
Toby
are
was
the
100
original.
each.
Yeah, Toby
Back
was the original.
to Cruella. Cruella's two henchmen.
Jafar.
Jasper and Horace.
Who are Jasper and Horace?
Yes, but I've been thinking.
You've been thinking? Now look here, Horace, I warned you about thinking.
Here's Disney dads for 4. Nemo.
Marlin.
Yeah, not Merlin. Wrong.
The answer, who is Marlin? You know, I was thinking about this. Marlin might be the most underrated and greatest father in the history of Disney or Pixar animation. Think about it. He's this big. This tiny little clownfish. He's this big. He travels across the entire ocean alongside Dory to find his son Nemo. Meanwhile, you have other Disney dads in the ocean who blow up their daughters' rooms because they have a bad temper. So yeah, big discrepancy between Disney dads under the sea. We move on to the third category. Once again, it is Where Do You Work? For 400. This looks kind of familiar, right? That outfit belongs to the railroads, the Walt Disney World and Disneyland.
Huh.
We're back to celebrity cast for 400. John C. Reilly, Sarah Silverman, Jane Lynch.
I know this. I'm gonna kick myself.
The answer, 2012's Wreck-It Ralph.
Duh.
And to finish off the round, it's Spider-Man for 400. In 2012's Amazing Spider-Man, Andrew Garfield's Peter must save New York City from this evil villain.
Lizard. Kurt Connors, a.k.a. the Lizard.
Who is the Lizard?
Uh-oh. Somebody's been a bad lizard.
Moving on to the third round now. These are worth 600 each. We're back to Cruella. The man behind Cruella's design in 101 Dalmatians, this animator was responsible for also drawing up Maleficent and Tinkerbell. Later in his career, he became one of Disney's original Imagineers.
Don't know that one.
Who is Disney legend Mark Davis?
Of course, they couldn't have done it without a little behind-the-screen help from artists like Mark Davis.
Really, an animator is basically an actor, but instead of having his own face in front of the camera, you have the character that you do.
Here's Disney dads for 600. Wendy.
God damn it! Who's Wendy's father?
Not a great Disney dad, but a dad nonetheless. Who is George Darling from Peter Pan?
I couldn't remember his first name.
Wendy? Wendy!
Yes, Father?
Would you kindly...
Oh, Mother, you look simply lovely.
Thank you, dear.
Where do you work for 6? Ooh, this outfit's fun.
Mission Space, maybe? Something space looks like.
That might be
My most underrated
Space
ride at
Mountain.
Walt Disney World. What is Mission Space?
Ah, you are right.
Here's celebrity casts. Jonathan Groff, Sterling K. Brown, Evan Rachel Wood.
Sounds familiar, but I can't remember why.
Jonathan Groff, you might recognize from Frozen, but Sterling K. Brown and Evan Rachel Wood are the key here. The answer is Frozen 2.
Oh.
And here's Spider-Man for 600. We're introduced to Tom Holland's version of Spider-Man in film.
Civil War.
That's right, we didn't first meet him in a Spider-Man film, but instead, Captain America, Civil War.
All right, I ran out of patience. On the roofs! Nice job, kid.
Thanks. Well, I could have stuck the landing a little better. It's just a new suit. Wait, it's nothing. Mr. Stark, it's perfect. Thank you.
Yeah, we don't really need to start a conversation.
Okay. Captain? Big fan of Spider-Man?
Yeah, we'll talk about it later. Just,
Hey, everyone.
good job.
I will say, prior to Infinity War and Endgame, obviously, Civil War, Captain America Civil War, is my favorite Marvel film of all time. Moving on, it's the fourth round. These are worth 800 each. Here's Cruella. Finish the lyric. Cruella de Vil.
Nothing will.
Cruella de Vil. If she doesn't scare you...
Nothing else will.
Evil.
Nothing else will.
So I was right the first time?
Yep.
What is no evil thing will?
Ah, dang it. We were close.
If she doesn't scare you, no evil thing will.
Oh,
To see her in.
Here's Disney Dads for 8. Tiana.
Ooh, what was her dad's name? God.
The answer, who is James? Yes, you only hear him speak at the beginning of Princess and the Frog when Tiana is helping him make gumbo.
What?
Well, sweetheart, this is the best gumbo I've ever tasted.
Here's Where Do You Work?
Mission Space?
You already did that one.
That outfit
Oh, no.
kind of says I'm
I mean,
formal
Space
on the
Mountain.
bottom, but I like to party on top. The attraction
Nope,
it
Star
belongs
Tours.
to is Star Tours.
Ah.
Celebrity casts now. Jake Gyllenhaal, Dennis Quaid, Gabrielle Union. This is a film I'm sure a lot of you haven't even seen because Disney just forgot to market it, I guess. What is
Marlin?
Strange World?
How far down does it go?
Watch out for the wind!
No. In 2002's Spider-Man, Tobey Maguire faces off with Bonesaw in a wrestling match. The ring announcer introduces him to the crowd as Spider-Man, but Peter wanted to be called this instead.
The human spider.
What is the human spider?
What's your name, kid?
The human spider.
The human spider, that's it? That's the best you got?
Yeah.
Oh, that sucks.
The terrifying, the deadly, the amazing Spider-Man!
My name's the Human Spider.
I don't care. Get out. No, you got my name wrong. That's it for 20 of the 26 clues in this game. You know what that means. It's time to cue the music for the most dramatic, I guess overly dramatic, unnecessarily dramatic, 1,000-point round. Hit it. I have to come up with more stretches because I do this every time before the 1,000-point round. Maybe I'll do a couple of these. I don't know. Anyway, focus. You got this. These are worth 1,000 points each, so are you a gambler or not? Let's find out. It starts with Cruella. Betty Lou Gerson was the legendary voice behind the character. But prior to 101 Dalmatians, you could hear her narrating this famous Disney film.
I don't know.
I'll tell you what, this fun fact is awesome. I didn't know this answer until this week when I looked it up. So if you did know it, props to you. The correct answer is Cinderella.
Oh.
Once upon a time, in a faraway land, there was a tiny kingdom. Here in a stately chateau, there lived a widowed gentleman and his little daughter, Cinderella.
Oh, yeah. You can hear her, right? You can kind of hear Cruella in there a little bit. We move on now to the final clue for Disney Dads. Riley.
Who is Riley's dad? I know it's Inside Out, but I can't remember his
Riley
name.
is from Inside Out. Her dad's name? Bill. Who is Bill Anderson.
Aren't you a little bundle of joy?
Riley, if you don't eat your dinner, you're not going to get any dessert. Wait, did he just say we couldn't have dessert?
Moving on, here's the final clue to Where Do You Work? Or should I say...
Hollywood Tower Hotel.
If you're wearing this, you worked at the Chinese theater before Mickey and Minnie took over.
Dang it.
What is the great movie ride? Here's one last celebrity cast. Rick Moranis, Joaquin Phoenix, Michael Clark Duncan.
Oh, Atlantis.
Now that is a crazy cast. The movie, Brother Bear.
Oh!
Your movie.
Well, thank you very much.
Happy coinking. Loved it. It was awesome. Economic, environmental impact in these troubled times.
Excuse me?
Kidding.
She was so much fun. You know what? I think our interviews will last about 2 seconds.
And the final clue on the board goes to Spider-Man. Prior to the start of Tobey Maguire and Sam Raimi's trilogy in 2002, this famous director was hired to write, direct, and produce a feature-length Spider-Man film in the early to mid-90s. Leonardo DiCaprio was considered for the lead role, but the film never came to be.
I did not know that. So I have no clue. Huh. This is new information to me.
The correct answer is, who else but James Cameron? That's right.
Oh
Mr.
my God,
Terminator
really?
2, Mr. Titanic, Mr. Avatar was actually planning on producing and directing and writing a Spider-Man film in the mid-90s. He got as far as writing a screenplay. Obviously, the movie never came to exist, but 2002, Sam Raimi's Spider-Man actually took a lot of elements from James Cameron's movie. James talked about it in his book, Tech Noir. He said, I wanted to make something that had a kind of gritty reality to it. Superheroes in general always came off as kind of fanciful to me, and I wanted to do something that would have been more in the vein of Terminator and Aliens. Can you imagine that? A dark, gritty Spider-Man? Kind of like Robert Pattinson's Batman, I guess, but back in the 90s, that would have been awesome. Obviously, the movie never came to exist.
I would have been ahead of its time, and people wouldn't have liked
That's
it
going to do it for the
back
regular
then.
clues, but one round remains. It is Final Jeopardy, and it will ultimately determine how well you did today heading into next week's big episode 20. This is also an important Final Jeopardy because when I reveal the category, you know it carries over to that episode 20. So it will be one of our 11 categories next week. Without further delay, I'm laughing because this category is pretty ridiculous. Without further delay, let's check out what it is. Face mash. Okay, so this is how this is going to work. I took 2 secondary characters. I'll let you know now. They're not main characters. They're secondary characters. They are in 2 films that have debuted for either Disney or Pixar since the year 2000. That's another clue. And I took them and I matched their faces together. So basically, you'll have to identify who the 2 characters are.
I'm not even going to try this one. I'll say 0. That's going to be too weird.
2 characters in 2 different films. Who are they? Good luck.
What? And Mulan, maybe?
I cannot tell.
Alright, time
really
is
That looks
up.
weird.
I'll let you know now. The characters stem from the movies Coco, one of my favorites from Pixar, and Ralph Breaks the Internet, which was Wreck-It Ralph 2 from Disney. Who are the characters? Ernesto de la Cruz and Shank, who is voiced by Gal Gadot, once again in Ralph.
If you guys attempted this, you want to tell me what your score was in the comments. And if you like this video, please hit like and subscribe with the bell on. Thank you.